I'd like to now recognize my friend from Missouri, Dr. Onder.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you to all the witnesses for appearing here today in front of this subcommittee. Last year, House Republicans and the Trump administration put an end to a government policy that exploded college costs, unlimited student loan borrowing. Before the passage of the Working Families Tax Cut Act, colleges were incentivized to raise the cost of attendance far beyond the pace of inflation because they knew they could count on the federal government to subsidize the increase. However, the job is not done. We can continue to make college more affordable by improving price transparency, something we need in many areas of the economy, including my own area of healthcare. I'm working with my friend from Kentucky, Chairman Brett Guthrie, on the Student Financial Clarity Act. Our bill creates a universal net price calculator and expands the college scorecard so students can compare costs, outcomes, and financial aid across multiple institutions. This committee has approved that bill, and I'm hopeful that it will be brought to the House floor soon. After college, many students don't know how to navigate the loan repayment process. They are overwhelmed and don't feel they fully understand there will ever be an end in sight. They receive loan disclosures that are hard to understand. The disclosures should prioritize important personalized information, such as origination fees, interest rates, and early payment plans. But current law only requires lenders to give three disclosures: one at reimbursement, one before repayment, and one at disbursement, one at or before repayment, and one during repayment status. Ms. Akers, do you think students would benefit from regular monthly disclosures during the life of their loan?
Absolutely. We know from research that students are not aware of how much they're borrowing even just months after signing their initial promissory note. So the system is really broken. This is in the interest of the institutions who don't necessarily want them to have at top of mind how much they're paying every semester.
Yes.
So it's something that we need to fix, absolutely.
Do you think that those disclosures should include projected monthly payments based on how much a student borrowed with an option to pay any interest that accrues while the borrower is still in school?
Absolutely. I ran an experiment probably 10 years ago trying to show that when we give people this information, they become better informed, make better choices. Turns out they had so little information, anything we gave them was a huge game changer. I think that we need to put this information into context for student borrowers. That big number of how much they're borrowing, maybe $30,000 for STEM students, might be meaningless for somebody who has never managed a household budget.
Exactly.
So anything adding context to allow people to make better decisions, because if we empower them to do so, they will make the right decisions for themselves. So I think this is a step in the right direction.
I think a lot of policy errors we make in Washington regarding economic and social policy assume that people are not rational economic actors. I think that is far from the case. I think in almost every context in life, human beings are rational economic actors, but they can't be if there is not price transparency and transparency about terms of complex financial instruments like loans. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's also a bill that accomplishes the above, the Student Loan Disclosure Transparency Act. This bill was introduced last Congress by then Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, and I look forward to reintroducing it with her successor, Congressman Vindman, as a co-lead. Let's see, how much time do I have left? Finally, I want to examine a state-level reform that to make college more affordable again. As everyone in this room knows, the federal government plays a limited role in education policy, and often states lead the way. By rewarding professors for strong student outcomes, tenure reform could increase institutional efficiency and refocus spending on student success. Mr. Landward, in your testimony you discussed Utah's success with post-tenure review system reform. How does Utah's post-tenure review system help institutions control college costs for students and taxpayers?
Well, the intent here is accountability and value. Again, we're relentless on just asking the question. Anybody who is employed at any of our universities, no matter what role, we have to ask the question, are you contributing to the core mission of the institution? Are you doing so efficiently and effectively? With post-tenure review, this is an opportunity to give us sight lines into the performance of every professor, no matter what their status is in the faculty ranks. And this allows us to ensure that there's an annual review of their performance based on factors. There's a comprehensive post-tenure review every 5 years, but also that we're only making decisions based on substantive issues with their teaching and research and not political issues or other items. And so it balances that along with due process to ensure that we can protect academic freedom and still have transparency and accountability and performance.
Thank you very much. I yield back.
Thank you. I'd like to now recognize my friend from California.